of life in your hand.
So last time we were talking about scattered movements in the church, or rampant movements in the church. Although we did not prepare to do the podcast, but when we started discussing, it became very interesting, and we decided to go on with the discussion. But we're not able to. It was I and Dr. Quincy. So, but we're not able to finish or continue from where we stopped. So we're talking about people moving about especially during church services. And we want to, really know why people move about, not stay in one place. You left your house and you said you were coming to church, and then the service that will last for, let's say, 3 hours at most, except when we have maybe special services like harvest, Modern Sunday services, and then other youth week,
Father's Week,
but
and all that.
Except that at least when you come to church, you should expect to stay like 2-3 hours, and then we'll close. So, but you see that people don't actually sit down. But my concern is during the sermons and intercessory prayers. So we're able to establish the fact that there may be reasons why people are moving out and in. So
some genuine reasons, and then some not so cogent reasons.
Okay, what are the genuine reasons you think that will make people?
Well, if someone is pressed, like we talked about the last time, if someone is pressed, is a genuine reason for the person to move out. Not necessarily moving in and out, just go out and come back. Or probably someone has a call, expecting a call that you can't avoid. You can quietly move out when the call comes, and then take the call and come in. Those ones, we can't really categorize them under random movement. It's just moving out and coming in, and then that's understandable. Unlike other ones,
Somebody calls me outside, excuse me, I just want to whisper something. That's a distraction.
It's a distraction, but if it may be something important though. It may be something important that can't wait. But if it's just coming out just to whisper for whispering's sake, some people are just fond of distracting others in church.
People are like that. Some people just call it for something that can wait.
Yes, something that can wait, and it will be so annoying.
And the one I don't like is when we are praying, and then it has made some of us, we don't actually know when we are praying and when we should sit down. So we're praying, somebody is saying, "Mommy,"
and you're not answering, and the person is persisting.
Okay, prayer is even maybe during worship, I'm like, I am deep.
You're trying to cut the flow,
and then somebody so I'm like, first of all, I may not even answer the person.
Like, don't you get it? Don't you get it?
So I'm talking to you. So the person want me to pay attention to what he's saying or she's saying. So these are distractions. So we have been able to say there may be genuine reasons, right? Okay, so what are those? Is it
not so
important reasons why people move about in the church? You just see people moving about, and we were able to say that this is common with the youths, but it's not just the youths.
Women,
Men, you see people outside. But my own concern, like I said the last time, is when the sermon is going on.
Mommy, that's peculiar with youths when the sermon is going on.
You're sure you won't see any woman outside?
Even women, they do it.
When someone is going on,
we have some couple of friends that leave and then step out of the church to discuss, and what they're discussing, you don't even know.
it's something that can actually wait, right?
During sermon, during intercessory prayer, that's when somebody wants to go out. So what do we think?
Is it possible that they may be bored, boredom,
in church?
In church, it's possible. Someone can like, oh, this service is so, like we talked about the last time, this service is so boring. And
so what is it that is making the service to be boring?
Well,
okay.
There are some couple of reasons.
Okay.
Maybe, if the service is not really
interesting, yeah.
It's not interesting. Maybe you're giving a sermon, time for sermon, and the message is not, very touchy.
Or it's not blessing lives.
Not blessing lives, or not inspirational, and all of that.
Is it possible that a message will not be blessing life?
Well, I don't think so. Each message is geared towards blessing life. But the presentation.
Okay, yeah. I think that's the word, the presentation.
So if the message, however good the message may sound, if the presentation is not lively,
yes,
the presentation is not catchy, people might be, bored.
It's true. It's true. And somebody else may do that same message, and people are, it's true.
People are joyful. People are, they are carrying forward. They are carrying along, and I mean, they are all joy.
Okay.
So the skill in presenting the message.
Preparation.
Yeah. Some people are not really prepared.
They don't prepare.
They are prepared,
and then assignment, not just sermon. What of intercessory prayer? Somebody who is leading intercessory prayer is not prepared.
And you just keep reading.
You keep going up and down. You keep coming here,
repeating the
same thing. Then sorry for people who you just sing off key. You know that you don't know how to sing. Why not say, okay, band, please, can you help me? Then you see somebody, you just carry the congregation. We already, keying into what you are saying now.
And you just come in with that kind of voice.
You just water everything.
And the voice is like, you're opening your eye like, what's going on? Who is that?
Then maybe someone will just say, let's read from so, and then you are leading intercessory prayer, you are reading a whole chapter. Then we are listening to you. It's the kind of
it's as if you want to come and preach. You want to start a message. Maybe the pastor should have given the person the sermon instead of the prayers.
I think lack of preparation for those who are to handle sections, even service reader. You know that you cannot chant. Why not read It's part of it. It's part of it. For me, when somebody you can't chant and you are like you chant, you sing. So at some point you will chant.
You
some
go
point
off
you will
key.
now read it. For me, I will. It makes me to tune off.
And then some will forget themselves. I don't know if you noted, you seen something like somebody is there and people are reminding you like,
the congregation is
not the one reminding you like, what's next?
For you.
Giving you some what's next on the program. You've just forgotten yourself.
Some people even
it can make the whole service clumsy.
Communion and liturgies, we chant 3 collects.
Some
people end up chanting 2, and then they'll just keep the congregation just confused. The whole congregation will just be staring. Because you're supposed to take the first collect, the second collect, the first collect for the week, the second collect for peace, the next one for grace. And then you're just chanting 2 and you're ending.
And people are like, is the mic bad, or is this has this person lost his or her voice?
So I think people should prepare when you are given an assignment in church. Don't take it for granted. I remember when before I got married in my church, Umola, whenever they asked me to lead praise and worship, I'll have to pray. Sometimes I'll have to fast. We thinking that's
what it's supposed to be.
To lead worship of 10 minutes, somebody is fasting and prayer. You will think, you don't. It's not serious. It's not all that serious. Why should you do that?
Every assignment, money.
So
it's very serious.
But some people just have overconfidence. They feel like I've been doing this over the years, and then you come there and you are making so much mistakes. And they're making the service clumsy. People begin to get tired of the whole thing.
And then you are reading. You have to read lesson. You are not pronouncing the names. You know, there are some names you are not pronouncing them well. You are not reading well.
I mean, some people will come there and start looking for the Bible passage, and it's taking them more than 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Everybody is like, well, you knew that you're supposed to, you knew, why didn't you open it? Why didn't you mark it?
Open it.
You start looking. That's when you tell somebody this Bible is too small. Some people will say their prints are too small. You didn't know it was too small before that time. And then everybody is just like, oh God. And then time is going.
So we're saying that lack of preparation can make people to be bored in church, and they are just, please, can they do, let me go. I'm not enjoying this service. I'm not enjoying this service. From the leader of the service to the person who is going to preach, the person who will lead praise and worship, the person who is leading the intercessory prayers, the person who is going to read the lesson. You know, each time my husband tells me that you're going to read lesson, I take it as maybe I'm going to preach. So I prepare very well so that as I'm reading, somebody is already getting the message, even without
some people read and it to be disjointed. They don't know where the full stop is. They don't know where they just mix up things, and you can't understand what they are reading.
And you know, in the Anglican community, our church is, organized in such a way that it is very, very in order.
And it's supposed to flow.
But back those days when we were growing up, when I attended, there was I attended an Anglican church, and I saw the way they process. I just felt the glory of God, and I said, God, I would desire to be
in this place.
So every service, every step taken in the Anglican communion is a step of blessing. It's ordered, and it's supposed to
minister to you.
Minister a lot to people, to listeners, to those who are to worshippers. So from the time of processioning to the time of taking the call to worship and all of that, they are great messages on there.
Even our hymns.
Each segment of service rendered in the Anglican community is a very huge message to any worshipper who is focused and want to listen. Honestly. Anglican is a church of
so those officiating should be prepared, knowing that you're ministering to people.
Everything, whether you are reading lesson, whether you are whatever you're going to do, whether announcements, prepare for it,
because every segment is capable of blessing lives.
In one of our churches where somebody was not prepared, and then she was reading the lesson, and she didn't know a lot of the words. So the congregation was now pronouncing. It was somehow, I don't know, don't you feel embarrassed? Like you're reading, you want to mention a word, you are struggling, the congregation will not mention the word. At several intervals. But one old woman had to shout, nobody should help her again. She has to learn it. She should learn it. Because you're not prepared. It was so embarrassing.
So I think lack of
preparation is very important. Very, very important.
One of the problems that make people just, in fact, let me go outside.
I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this.
Some people might even go home.
And you know, most of our members are enlightened. Some of them are professionals. Some of them, And then you come to a service and it's like child's play, like
I think we are joking.
We are joking, you know. They're like, what's going on here?
Okay, lack of preparation.
Need to be streamlined.
So how do they prepare? Is it that the pastor, the service leader should kind of inform people on time and also follow them up to make sure that they prepare? And then sometimes, you know, somebody will say, I didn't know I was to read.
That's another area too.
I didn't know I was to read the lesson. I just heard it this morning.
Yes.
Why is the person hearing it this morning when we have roster?
Some even get to know their reading service when they walk into the church.
Is it that they are not attending services?
No, not that. Just that they are not they're not informed.
So why?
So the problem is from the leadership or what? Because I think that they share rosters. Or is it forgetfulness or stuff like that? But they're supposed to also do a reminder. Okay.
A follow-up to know whether the person, did you get the roster?
Yes.
Are you prepared?
Yes. So if the person is not prepared, we can give another person who would be...
Well, like in my church, 2 or 3 days before Sunday, the roster is already posted on the platform.
Good.
So to remind you.
Yes. And the pastor, the clergy in charge, please go through and see where you're, in addition to sharing the rosters, you will also post it on the platform. And then those who are not on the platform, we have a way of also communicating them. And there should be an orientation to let people know that when you're giving these assignments, it's a serious business. I mean, you should prepare. This is the way you should go about it. Don't take it like, oh, I'm not the one doing the sermon, so I can just come in and do whatever I like. Let them know that they are ministering, so that they are prepared.
So another point we also raised the last time was the fact that people are no longer interested in the things of God. What can we say? People are no longer interested in the things of God. So they are in church just to fulfill all righteousness. They just want to be in church. Or maybe because they want to see someone that day. Or maybe because they have group
an appointment. Yes, group meeting. Your group is hosting. Your group is hosting. We met meeting.
Could it be one of the reasons why people are moving about, just waiting for that time when they need to have that meeting, not just because they want to be part of the service?
You know, generally, I mean, I feel like it's not just about is a general loss of interest. People are so carried away with the cares of life, trying to make ends meet. I mean, everybody is like, it's like church is not, there is the word church, or it's like the religious activities that they are not, is not as important to them as other areas of their lives. So they just strolling, not coming with expectation, not coming with a hunger, a need that, like, I'm coming for something. I'm coming to worship. I'm coming to be blessed. So they're just strolling in. Oh, if I don't come now, maybe the pastor will call me. If I don't come now, our group is hosting today, you know, they'll look for me. Please, let me just go. I don't want anybody to bother me, you know, that kind of. So there's no real hunger. I said the last time, there's no real hunger. That expectation when I'm going, what is God going to say today? What is there something that God is going to do in my life? Maybe this weakness will be taken away. Maybe there's nothing. So it's easy for you to move around because you're not expecting anything. So why should any of the activity they are doing be of importance to you? And then you're not following to look out for what you are expecting. You're not following maybe from the intercessory. Is it in the intercessory section that God will bless me? Is it during the reading? You're not following. So you can afford to be moving around.
Up and down.
Pastors wife, see me, I'm in church, you know.
See me, I'm in church today.
Sometimes too, people may also feel that, you know, they have prayed for a certain issue.
No answers coming.
Answers are not coming.
Yeah, it's like what you are doing is not yielding results.
They are feeling discouraged. Oh, let me just go now. You know, let me just go. But that's where we really need to retrace our steps Ask ourselves some questions. Are we really trusting in the Lord? Are we really intentional about our trust in Him?
Being intentional.
If somebody is intentional,
yes,
it doesn't matter how challenging the challenges may be. You still remain focused. You still trust in the fact that God cannot fail.
Yes,
God cannot fail. Challenges may be coming, but this God is not a man. He will always find a way of
to help you.
He will always find a way of reaching out. So if we are intentional about who we are and the God we have stepped out to say we are going to worship, we will be focused.
Okay.
So challenges,
could make some people to
just go in the flesh.
Let me just go. Everybody has known me as a church person, so if I don't go to church, it may raise some questions here and there.
Let us be intentional and just trust that God is faithful.
Wow. Again, mommy, I think that your reason for serving God, your reason shouldn't be what He will do for you. It's like trade by barter. It shouldn't be a trade by barter thing. I'm serving you, you should give me this. When your reason for serving Him is because I love this God, I want to know this God, I want to be close to this God, everything will just fall in place. And even when it's not falling in place, you're still there because you have that your reason. That relationship is your motive, is enough. You're satisfied. You understand? So it's when we come with I need this, and it's taking so long. I know that we are humans. There's a tendency to want to feel that way, but we should be conscious as believers to always call ourselves to order when we are beginning to feel like oh, God is abandoning me. Are you here for what you want Him to do for you, or you're here because you love Him? He's your God.
That's where the intentionality comes.
So can we say that individuals should prepare before they come to church? Have an expectation. The Bible says the expectation of the righteous can never be cut short.
And they should work on their relationship with God.
That's what we are talking about. Prepare your mind
so that you're coming to your Father's house.
Yes.
So irrespective of what you're going through,
prepare your mind, not just preparing physically.
Yes.
Looking for new clothes, just like you said the last time. Somebody is just moving about just to show us that today I'm wearing new clothes. So it's not just about making up. Like some of us who put up makeup will take like 2 hours, 3 hours. We are making up for service of 3 hours. So you use 2-3 hours to make up for service of 3 hours. Then when you come into the same service, you are not also seated. You are moving about. You are not participating because you didn't prepare your mind. You didn't make up your mind what you're going there to do. So can we say that our people should prepare? Whenever you want to attend any service, prepare your mind. Not just preparing physically, prepare your mind what you are expecting from the Lord.
You know that talking about this preparation, my husband and I were just talking about Bishop's visit to our church, how the members were well behaved, like how they were seated. You didn't see people moving around and all of that. Because they prepared their mind like the bishop is coming. We have to be of our best behavior. We know that the service may be a bit lengthy, so everybody is prepared. That is how you should prepare your mind, that you are coming to the presence of your Father. So I should comport myself. You didn't see people walking about.
I saw some people though, especially the band people. They didn't stay one place. They were using that door by the
but most of the women that you always see walking, they were just
the women behaved themselves.
I think that's where reorientation is very, very key.
Okay.
Like there's before sensitization. Just like I said before, we need to plan our programs, make it snappy, make it concise,
Interesting.
If you begin that, like assuming it's Episcopal visit,
yes,
begin to sensitize. You need to.
You prepare. You sensitize everybody.
Not just, mommy, not just Episcopal.
No, she is saying based on.
Okay.
We need to prepare people. Our clergy too. We need to also do that. Maybe as service is ending today, next week. Like, okay, in my church,
during the midweek service
like
or Friday.
Church, it was announced next Sunday is going to be worship service. So prepare your mind. Come with your dancing. And as soon as everybody shout, that is that. Our minds have been prepared. And next week we are coming with our dance. So there is need for sensitization.
Continuous reminder that you're coming to the presence of God.
And look, sometimes when people feel that they don't know what they're supposed to do, or they don't even understand that they're supposed to do it, you make them understand. You make them know what they need to know.
Or remind them.
That's the reminding. And you make them to understand. And that is true sensitization, true orientation. Okay,
distractions in church. You see, I hate this movement of crossing the aisle.
It's very distracting.
Like, when I see somebody crossing the aisle during prayer, it's like something in me.
It's not just you, it's distracting to everybody.
You just walk across the church.
It's distracting to everybody.
We are told that you don't need to pass through the altar when service is ongoing.
No, people just play around. People just play around, running around the altar.
Anyhow, choristers come back, go. I say, what is this?
Choristers will just move in and out.
And we are beginning, I think we are not talking about it. That is I think it's one of the reasons why we are doing this. And what do we do? It's not only crossing the aisle.
I was telling mommy that, I was telling her that one of the days in my church, the curate was making an announcement and somebody just walked from the band straight to him and held him on the shoulder and was whispering.
People are watching.
I was like, what's going on in this church? The distraction is too much. Then another thing is distraction. You talked about people coming to whisper something that can wait, something that can wait. They come and whisper, and then
when
some people selling.
The prayer is going on, somebody say, "Mommy." Sometimes, I'll just as if I wasn't hearing them.
Or the person will be dragging your wrapper.
During prayers,
really common. If they want to get your attention, they can do anything.
In their mind, are you going to heaven now? I mean, just come back.
And some people may think that that's the best time to get your attention. When are ongoing,
everybody's eyes are closed.
Yes. During prayers, during sermon, except it's something that cannot wait. Except it's something that cannot wait. But if that thing can wait, why not? Why are we disturbing people when prayers are going on, worship is going on?
Or message is going on.
Yes.
Message may be going on and then somebody is walking from seat to seat telling you, I have soya milk to sell.
I have shoe.
I have soya milk after church. I have shoe. I have this shoe that will be good on you. I have chin chin. I mean,
people are selling right inside the church.
From pew to pew.
Another one is detergent.
Liquid
inside the church.
I came with the liquid soap that you asked for. Can't you wait for the service to end?
So
it's an issue, man.
Yeah.
It's an issue, and then it's something that needs to be taken care of, because it's making a lot of persons to lose focus.
And then people come to church and go back. You ask them what happened in church. I mean, they can't remember as little as the topic of the sermon. They can't remember, as in on a Sunday you ask somebody, what was the topic of the sermon? The person can't remember. It's that bad. Because of
time.
And then you have left your house. 3 hours. You were somewhere. You just go back. Nothing.
The way you came. You left the way you came. No lesson.
That's devil robbing also.
Yes, that's the trick of the enemy. That's the trick.
So the point is, this movement, we really need to
do
something about it. Whether our bishop, whether pastors, whether ministers, I'm sure it's not only in our church.
Yes, it's not only in our church.
So I think it's something that we need to look into. And then service is going on. People are doing Facebook.
And that is common. People are
even our pastors in the altar.
Yes, it's true.
Will be doing Facebook prayer. How can somebody be praying and be doing Facebook?
And then even during praise, even during is it live, whatever?
You want to go live during prayer section.
During praise, during intercession. I keep asking my husband, how do you pray? I keep asking my husband, how do you're praying, you're worshiping, and then you are videoing yourself? I don't know. I feel like it's not real. I feel like it's fake.
It's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
And then you post it. How did this person manage to be praying? Are you praying to us? That you are videoing it and posting it on Facebook.
So it's part of the distraction. The prayer is going on, you are calling the next person, and then you are doing, is it Snapchat or I don't know.
We are at women conference now, and the prayer section is so powerful. You can see people falling under their. You don't want to fall under the anointing. You don't need the anointing.
Is it necessary? Is it necessary?
It's just,
and then
it's just the trick of the devil.
Even worse with our band people. Oh, they want to see people as they are singing. Somebody is holding microphone one hand, and then he's holding phone one hand, and then he's doing, I don't know, is it Snapchat? I don't know what they call it. And then you upload it. Who are you?
Or the colleague, another of the colleague is the one videoing. The person is not good, and it's not good to listen to the message. The person is the one videoing you.
No, well, if another person is doing that, my concern is the person who is singing
and is holding
microphone with one hand. Is it what do they call it? Is it
I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know. They will know
if
better.
They are going live. Is it on Facebook?
Yes, they
with
go
one
live.
Hand. You are singing with one hand. You are going live one hand. I don't understand it. It's a big distraction. A big distraction, and something should be done. Something should be done. Church is becoming so noisy, disorganized, and so on. Something should be done about it. We should, like we said,
I think we need to. I am thinking that there might be a need to put up a feedback mechanism. We could try hearing people's views, what they think, could be put in place in church that will make them comfortable, so that those people who think they can always move about, distract others, can just sit one place and listen to the word of God. That could be something like there used to be family meeting once in a while. Maybe at a point in time during the service, after a message, of course, we will inform people
that next week is family meeting. I think we've had a few of that
in the church.
Yes,
where we talk about
feedback, what's going on in the church, how we are doing, what should be changed, and all of that.
And those kind of challenges could also
come up. Yes, that will help too.
Okay, like we said the last time, we said that parents should lead by example.
Yes.
If you're a mother, do not move up and down, because the children are watching. A mother, a father, and so if you are not moving up and down, you'll be able to correct someone.
Yes.
If you are the one who, you won't have the right to say, you, what are you doing? They say inside the person's head,
how did you see me?
What are you doing here? And I think parents should lead by example, and mothers
leaders too
also should teach their children. Like when I was growing up, my mother will warn me. You see, this place you are sitting down, you will not move about except when you want to go and use the toilet, the restroom, So I was taught And the same thing I taught my children. So we have stopped passing on legacies. This was what I was taught by my mother, and I taught my children. Once you go to church, know that you're in the presence of the Almighty God. You don't need to move about, no matter what it is. You want to use the restroom, fine. Go and use the restroom and come back
immediately.
Quietly. So even sometimes when they will sit down except somebody calls them outside. So I think mothers, we should teach our children. You see, sometimes children are moving up and down in the church and say, allow them to be free. Allow them, and they will grow with that. Allow them to be, somebody is crying in the church, moving up and down, and they say allow is a child. No, you should be able to teach them. But I think our ACM motto says catch them young. Catch them young. So we should start on time to teach them. If not, they will grow up moving up and down also in the church.
Because what we inculcate in the lives of children, they grow with it. I know children, they live by example. What they see you do is what they copy. They copy it very fast. So just like you said, we as parents, we should live by example. When we come to church, we should be organized, be focused, at the place, and then realize the fact that you have come before an Almighty God. We should be reverent. Then we sit quietly and
you see when a big person per se comes to church, let me say a president or a governor comes to church, you see that everybody is quiet. They will not allow you to move. But
people are just moving, walking around.
And I think that beyond parents, we leaders too need to also show example. Like mommy said, some pastors in the altar, you're pressing the phone, you're moving into the vestry, you're moving out. You to show example. Before now, growing up, it's hard for you to see somebody that is robed moving outside. A pastor
in and out.
You just be wondering, this pastor, is he not present?
Somebody will wear leather clothes and moving
there.
About outside.
The lay readers will sit down there, the choristers will, but today there was a day one lady that left the church before service because I was not like, Daddy, this man left. Do they do that in the Anglican church? Is it permitted that somebody that is reading the lesson should leave? A lot of things are changing.
A guest reader.
No,
it's a guest reader.
Even a guest.
We have a guest reader.
Even a guest reader will state. You know that you are reading the service. Like when they do exchange of people, they prepare themselves and they come to stay to the end. But a lot of things are changing. So much. Is it freedom or levity? I don't know the word to use. Things that were important, things that were sacred. This is no longer like that. You see somebody running in front of the altar.
We've said that, but the point you made now, I think those who are robing or those who are officiating ministers should also live by example. They should not be moving up and down from the pastor to lay reader to choir members to band members. If you're officiating, you should prepare yourself that day. I'm officiating today. If you need to eat, you eat. If you need to drink water, you take water. You need to go with water so that you don't go out and in because you just want to go and drink water. Know that today is not a day to move about. Let this living by example start from the ministers, officiating ministers, and then our parents as well. So in summary, I don't know if we'll have maybe a few minutes
Again, like we said earlier, I think that if someone has a functional relationship with God, where you come to church expectant, it will be difficult for you to move around. To be difficult. I've had times when I come to church and I'm moving around, and I've had times when I came to a program and I'm expectant. Maybe all of these are prayer conference. I'm like, these 3 days is not a time to go and be buying biscuits outside because you're expecting something. So it starts from the teachings that will transform people's life, for them to have that understanding that when you are coming to church, you are coming in the presence of your Father. If their lives are not transformed, You can talk from now till tomorrow, and it's church. You can't flog anybody. Some people are so stubborn that they even disobey the ushers when the ushers will say, sit down here. So it's a thing of the mind. As much as we adjust our services, make them lively and all of those things, the individual, we need to target the heart of the individual. So I think so.
Yeah, that's where the resolve comes in. You know, as children of God, we have to make a resolve. Like I said initially, we have to be intentional about our relationship with God. We're intentional about our relationship with God, and we resolve that we have come to seek Him. It will help us to remain focused, and we will not be distracted.
Yes.
Irrespective of what is happening.
Yes.
Somebody, I've had situations where, you know, I came to church, I started feeling very uneasy. You know, my body just changed. But I just sat quietly where I was. And luckily it was close to the time of intercession. I said, God, there is nothing you cannot do. Even as prayer is about to go on, you can touch me. And I tell you, how my feelings change, I didn't even realize it. I got back to my feet and I was fine. So it depends on our intentional relationship with God and our resolve to remain who we are in Him, and the fact that we have actually come to seek Him. So that resolve is very important.
We thank God for today, and we look forward to receiving feedback. Next time, this one has given me the prompting in my spirit. Next time, I think we might be looking at, why do we come to church? This topic is leading me to, why do we come to church? I pray that God will help us. Thank you, Mommy Zo. Thank you, Dr. Quincy.
Thank you.